Good morning. I'm Jillian Mele.
I'm Connell McShane. Florence, once a Category 4 hurricane when it was offshore, soon just to be a tropical depression, say the forecasters. But none of that seems to matter much as the danger and the destruction are far from over. She's slowly trekking across the Carolinas, bringing with her a torrential downpour that likely will linger for days.
Tropical storm Florence is moving at a crawl over the Carolinas. Life-threatening storm surges and strong winds are expected to continue overnight, as well as heavy rain. Griff Jenkins joins us live from Morehead City, North Carolina. Absolutely, and one of the highly focused areas anyway, even at the start of this storm, was in New Bern, where 100 rescues. They still have roughly about 100 left to go. And we are hearing they performed about 375 rescues. So we'll certainly keep you updated on all of these numbers throughout the morning. But for now, tragically, at least 4 people have died as a result of Tropical Storm Florence. Dozens more have been rescued so far, and crews are out in force to help many others that may be stranded. Now, this is a testament to just how dangerous these types of weather events can be. So for now, let's bring in severe weather safety expert and meteorologist Charlie Neese. Thank you for joining us this morning. Hundreds of thousands of residents along the South Carolina coast forced out of their homes to escape the wrath of Florence, many of them seeking safety at shelters set up in several inland towns. Ellison Barber was in one of those areas earlier today and has more on how the Red Cross is helping evacuees.
How many ways can you say it? The general swirl of the company's view happens to not be any conservative.
Is there a general swirl like Google, too, where they have those big meetings after the election?
General swirl of, okay. So, you know, we had an election in 2016, right? Which means a new president came in with a new Secretary of State.
Yeah, it's not John Kerry anymore,
with advancing our foreign policy, right? Which
Mike Pompeo.
People voted for. Apparently, John Kerry did not get the memo because he's still meeting with leaders of Iran.
He's met with the Iranian foreign minister, I think, 3 or 4 times.
And former Obama administration officials to try and undermine President Trump's policy, specifically when it comes to the Iran nuclear agreement.
That's right. So Secretary of State, the real Secretary of State, Mike Pompeo, took issue with it. And this is what he said yesterday about John Kerry.
Yes, I've had all these meetings with the Iranians and other leaders, in fact. Now, where he was claiming, John Kerry, in that interview with Dana, that this happens with former secretaries. They do stay on the world stage. But if they have meetings, they usually would be sort of helping you as foreign policy, not undermining. I think that's the point. Yes, you could still have meetings, but are you undermining the current administration?
Well, while he's undermining the president and meeting with Iranian officials, John Kerry is now attacking President Trump and comparing him to a teenage girl.
I mean, he's got the maturity of an 8-year-old boy with the insecurity of a teenage girl.
So I've got an 8-year-old boy.
Whoa.
I would not make him president. I mean, the reality is this is so tired and absurd. It's the typical name calling that the left has resorted to because they hate this president. It's very dangerous.
It's the Iran nuclear agreement. Iran is as Secretary Pompeo said yesterday, is the largest state sponsor of terrorism in the world. They're anti-American. They're funding Hezbollah, Hamas against American interests. And, you know, this is a real problem, and yet John Kerry is going on late night.
John
TV
Kerry's leaving the door
it.
open to running for president against President Trump. Try that kind of rhetoric against President Trump. That would be interesting debate. But also,
John Kerry reporting for duty once again, and America doesn't want you.
All President Trump has to do is, okay, what was your policy in Syria? What did you do in North Korea?
Exactly.
As Secretary of State?
Well, why is
the world was so great when you were in charge.
Yeah. Why is John Kerry fraternizing with the enemy and undermining the United States as a result?
You're right. We haven't heard the last of the story for sure. Secretary Pompeo, that was tough talk.
Good for him.
I think that was the beginning, too. I think we're going to see more about that for sure.
Absolutely. All right.